Hello, everybody from Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. I hope you've been having a great weekend wherever you are in the world. And as we get started with this weekly analysis, I need to apologize to everyone. I'm getting a lot of messages asking me where is the video because I'm usually release this on Sunday evening before the markets open on Monday morning, but my holiday schedule has thrown me a little bit late. So sorry about that. And my apologies, and I'll try and do better next week. Okay. All right. So let's just jump in and get started. Here we are. This is my website for those of you that don't know. Any new followers, this is my website, rickrayfx.com/profile. And I am Rick Ray. And here I do the weekly analysis every week to share my trade setups, my pending orders with you, hoping that this will help you in your analysis to make profit. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not suggesting or recommending you take the same trades. You can if you want to, but it's up to you to manage your own account and to use good risk management. So let's just jump in and get started. What do we usually cover here in the weekly analysis? This one is for starting on not the 11th. Okay, that was last week. That shows you how much my holiday schedule has messed me up. Okay, I didn't even change the dates here. So it's the 18th, and today is the 18th, and it's Monday. The market has just opened earlier with the Asian Pacific market. Down below there on the left side of your screen is the QR code for my Line official group. If you want to join that group, it's absolutely free, no obligation, and that's where I post this weekly analysis video as well as on YouTube and various social networks. But I also, during the week, if I find a trade setup, I will post in there as well, and I also post about the news. So feel free to join my Line official group. Just click the QR code and you'll be in the group. So what we usually talk about here is, of course, I look at the fundamental news. And we go to the famous website, forexfactory.com, to see what's coming up for the week. And then we look at the profit and loss that I had from last week's trade setups that I shared with you. And then, of course, the new trade setups, the pending orders that I have in place for this upcoming week. And there we go, forexfactory.com. And you can see it is a full week. I cannot get it on one page. Okay, it's absolutely, we are chock-a-block this week with high impact news. Nothing today on Monday, okay, but then it starts off on Tuesday. Tomorrow, we have various items on the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, and then Wednesday, one item on the pound. But then Thursday is the big day, all right? And this is a very, very important day. This is when we have the FOMC. Okay, as you can see here, these are Asian times, remember. So this is 1 a.m. Thursday morning or late Wednesday night after midnight if you live in Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam. Just be sure and check forexfactory.com for your local times. This FOMC, very, very important. This is the federal funds rate, and they are expected to not raise the interest rate this time. So this could be quite dramatic, causing a lot of volatility with gold and with the major U.S. pairs. All right, then more items on the U.S. dollar, and then through the day, Thursday, we have more things coming up on the Swiss franc, some more on the pound, and finishing Thursday off with another item on the U.S. dollar. That's the regular Thursday unemployment claims data release. And then on Friday, another big day. Okay, some on the JPY, the GBP, more on the JPY, the euro, the pound, and the US dollar. So it's really a full-on week with high impact news. So be sure that you are aware of all of these news releases, this fundamental data that will come out, because it dramatically affects the movement of our currencies and commodities. So let's jump over to the pending orders, which I shared with you last week. And you can see here, as I start with the Euro US, this is the profit and the loss that came from the pending orders I shared with you in last week's weekly analysis. On the Euro US, we had a sell limit, and that turned out to be 85 pips profit. The odd US, okay, was a sell limit, and that one is still running. Okay, it has not yet hit the stop loss and is coming back in the right direction. So that one is still running, the odd US. and as well as the New Zealand US also still running, because these trade very similar. The charts look very similar. They usually trade in the same direction. So the New Zealand US is still open, not very far away from the pending order. It did get into a little bit of profit Friday, but I'm letting this one run. It has not hit the stop loss yet. Then the pound US, this one turned out very well, 115 pips profit on the sell limit, which I shared with you last week. The USD CAD, unfortunately, hit the stop loss. Okay, we've been seeing a big bullish run on the US dollar, but now last week we saw a correction of that. And so it just went totally from the beginning of the week, went the wrong direction, and finally ended up hitting our stop loss on the USD CAD. The UJ, this was a good one, okay, 105 pips profit on that one, that buy limit that I shared with you. And the pound New Zealand, oh, frustrating, the pound New Zealand. It just missed the pending order by 5 pips. So this would have been a great trade. As we saw a week before last, the consolidation of the pound New Zealand in this area here, and then a clear change in direction last week. All right, this would have been a good trade, but unfortunately the pending order did not open, didn't execute, just missed it by about 5 pips. And our real cash cow this last week was the Euro CAD, where we got 257 pips on that one. All right, let's jump over to the chart where I will share my trade setups that I have for you starting on the 18th of September, 2023. And gold looks to have changed direction. It's still, it's neutral on the day chart, all right, which is the chart I use for analysis, but it has turned bullish on the H4 chart, and we're seeing a clear change in direction. After hitting this low at 1900, a very strong psychological support zone, it hit that on Thursday and then bounced up on Friday, made a big run on Friday, and is continuing its move up as the Asian Pacific market has already opened today on Monday, the 18th. So I have a sell limit, a buy limit buy gold at 1915. That's this zone here, which is a strong support zone. Okay, buy gold at 1915 to 1917 in that zone. So yes, gold has moved up today, but we're likely to see a correction, a pullback to this support area, and then that's where my pending order is at 1915, between 1915 and 1917. We don't know exactly the number that it will go to, all right, but that's a zone, our support zone. So I expect to take a buy trade in that area. The Euro US, I have a sell limit on that one with the entry price at 1.0721. 1.0721 sell limit on the Euro US. On the odd US, I have a nothing. Okay, it's neutral. And those of you that follow me know if I see a neutral signal on my day chart, then I will just pause and have no pending order, no trade. I'll wait till I get an indication of clear direction. So no surprise here that it's the same neutral indication on the New Zealand US on my day chart. And the pound US, I have a sell limit on that one at 1.2485. Okay, 1.2485 sell limit on the pound US. And the USD CAD, I have a sell limit on that one at 1.3550, as I'm expecting to see some continuing correction on the US dollar index, all right, which is the US dollar compared with 6 major currencies. So as that continues to correct just a little bit, so that's the reason I have a sell limit on this one. Let it pull back to our resistance zone here, which we established last week at sell limit at 1.3550. And the UJ, a buy limit. You can always be bullish against the JPY. JPY is such a weak currency for the last 2 years, really. So a buy limit on the UJ, and that one has already opened. Okay, today that one has opened. All right, and it's already open. It's just a little bit below the pending order. So that was a buy limit, which has already executed. Okay, was at 147.75. So if you did not take this order, you can now. Bullish on the UJ. All right, a buy order on the UJ. And my pending order was at 147.75, and that one opened this morning. The pound New Zealand, as I said previously, I have gone bearish on the pound New Zealand. I'm just waiting for it to make a correction up to this blue line you see here, and that is at 2.1120. All right, it has turned bearish, but we will see some movement, some correction from this big drop we had last week. Don't chase the candles. All right, I know it's already moving down a little bit, but this will pull back and give us a better price. Then the Euro CAD, a sell limit on that one. Let that one make a correction back to up to our resistance zone here at 1.4540. Okay, that's it for me, guys. Thank you for your patience in waiting for this video, and my apologies again for being delayed in getting this out to you, and I'll do my best. I'm still in Dubai for another 2 weeks, but I'll do my best to get it out to you on Sunday before the market opens next week. Okay, have a great week of trading. Any comments or questions, just leave them below this video. I will get back to you. This is Rick Ray signing off.